Whoa, boys, that's running just a little bit rich. I'm just going to have to deal with this dark room at the moment. I've got a little light set up. Going to finalise this manifold. Got all my new injectors. Line them up here, get them all ready. So what I'm going to do there is just replace the manifold side with new O-rings. Was recommended to me with these new ones. It's going to get everything ready, all these injectors ready to go into the rail and then into the manifold and button everything down for the final time. Get this manifold ready to go on the car. Another new gasket. I've got a few of these laying around, so I'm going to use a new one. And I just took the rubber block offs out from inside that valley plate. I'll show you in a second. And I'm going to put the new gasket down now. So under here, there's O-rings. I took them out, all 8 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, all 8 of them. So these can breathe in between the plate for those lifter ports. It's got something to do with the DOD, the displacement on demand. So put the new oil pressure gauge in, a little bit of thread goop as you can see, new gasket, cleaned it all. Let's put it all back together. So got the manifold on there, cleaned the surface just with some brake cleaner, and always I had to undo the rail bolt to get one of the longer manifold bolts in. And I'm just getting a couple of them home so it's lined up. I'm going to do them all up by hand. do them all up by hand. And then I've got torque specs here. Sequence and torque specs. Check it out if you're doing it. I'm going to follow that. I don't think I got an inch pound on my like torque sprocket. So it does have, it wants to do 50 inch pounds and then 106 inch pounds, which is 8.8 foot pounds. So I've got foot pounds on it, so it's going to be, it's not much at all. So it's probably one of the lowest settings on that. You don't need much on these, so that's what I'll be doing it to. I might just do them all up by hand in the sequence to what I think is 50 inch pounds, and then I'll go around again and do it at 106. It's on foot pounds, 8.8. So I just got to get that fuel line cut and made. The crossover's made, which in hindsight really needs to be flipped upwards to go that way, because it's sort of touching on the oil pressure switch. Not much, but it is. And I think vibration might cause an issue, so I should really flip that line over so it runs upwards. Other than that, I'll just put these two bolts back in. These rail bolts had to come out so I can get to the manifold bolts. One up there, that one up there came out, and this one came out. So I'll do them up quickly so I don't forget. Run that fuel pump, check for leaks. Yeah, it's happening. Pretty excited. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. That's looking the goods. Anyway, more power steering fluid, top it up. And HD Auto Salvage came through with the goods with the air temp sensor. For startup, I had to borrow his personal one, just so I can get this thing started, hopefully today. Through off camera and tucked the wiring harness just down in between the injectors and the coil bracket. I'm not sure if it's meant to go there. Anyone that's got a VE or done this, can you let me know if that's how you did it, or does it go across the top above the injectors? It sort of fits under there good, and it's nice and neat, but I don't know if it's meant to or if it gets too hot. So can someone let me know? Yeah, got the breather going across to the breather tank. I ended up swapping the fuel line. Instead of going down and under and hitting that oil pressure switch, I got it going up and over, arcing over now. So I've done that off camera. This side as well, connected all the injectors. Just got to tighten that up for the purge solenoid, I think, or purge something. Might need some longer hoses, so when this comes back, I don't like how it runs over the top of the fuel rail and hides my HOLLEY EFI. I want everything clean. But like I said, it's something I'm going to have to do when it comes back. At the moment, I just got to get it running and off to Trent's. Still got to make the last fuel line to go from here to the firewall, but we should have it started today. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Oh boy. Just going to pump through a little bit, I hope. No leaks. Anyway, man, thrashing, it's so hot. So yeah, I just jumped off camera and just done that quickly because everything one-handed is just a punish. Fill that power steering up because we replaced the pump. I got the air temp to atmosphere just on the side at the moment, zip tied for startup. Throttle plugs in. Map sensor's just sitting here for now until I can make it neater off a little bracket here. Might do that bolt up so I don't lose it. Hoses are on and zip tied around underneath. Air temp plug underneath. This breather, I'm going to redo all this because I don't like that. I just don't like it. Like I said, the hoses and that are just messy at the moment. I think it's neat. I'm impressed. I'm happy. I am stoked. But I just want it a little bit cleaner when it comes back. But right now, I've got one more job to do, and that's that fuel line. I'm a bit nervous on doing it. So let's go cut that deal. Just gotta blow that out. Looks like an afternoon storm coming over. The struggle is real. I've just been doing everything off camera. So it's the last fuel line made and blown out. I'm not a fan of doing fuel lines, and I hope that it's sealed. I might just put a spanner on that one more time and then we'll throw it in. Alright, fuel line's on, and it's going to look good once it's like clamped up properly. Not too bad. Had the phone on charge for 5-10 minutes, and I just went over everything, and the best way to go over it is seriously just cleaning it. Just wipe it over. Everything you touch you're looking at. So I just wiped it down, checked all the injectors, injector plugs. There's obviously got engine oil, power steering oil. Ran my hand over every rib, make sure on the crank like I looked, and definitely verified everything on the belt. Even put a new cap on my breather tank, so it's all looking the goods. Man, I don't know. All right, let's go. Well, that sucks. I've never had that before. Everything you're seeing is like legit first tries. So fuel leaks, you're going to see it. If it doesn't start, you're going to fucking see it. But anyway, I'm going to stand out. I just hooked the battery back up, and I'll stand outside so I can listen and have a look. All right, I can sort of see through there. I'm just going to prime it. Oh, I can't hear nothing. Weird. Check door 1, 2, 3, 4. Not leaking. Bung's not leaking. No fuel leak on the hoses. Oh, was it? No. No. No fuel leak, no fuel leak. Injector 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing on that line. Nothing on that line. Fuck. Okay. Alright, boys. Moment of truth. See what it does. Wow. Wow. It's in park. Got oil pressure, 360. Alright, he said it was going to run rough. Listen to that thing. Fumey. Yeah, look at it out the back. Alright, let's shut her off. That's running just a little bit rich. I think it's alright though. That's so rich. That is richer than I had before. Damn. So I've done it. Like, how sick is that? Threw up no codes. It's just running rich. Plugs are brand new too, and I'm going to foul them before it goes to the dyno. I'm super stoked. Super stoked in that. That's running, boys. Wow. That was blowing some smoke though. Well, it's 730cc injectors and I had 650 in them. But now it's NA. Yeah, that's rich. I'm going to back it out the front and take that bonnet off it this weekend. And just get it ready. But I think I might just slap it on the arse and call it done. It's ready for a tow truck. Oh, that was a hustle, man. So time poor. I'm so stoked. Oil pressure was all there. Not that the oil was never going to be an issue, oil pressure, but You always think when you open an engine, did I forget something, you know, badly? But it didn't rev through the moon, so obviously there's no like vacuum leaks or anything like that. It just idled heavily because of the amount of fuel it was dumping. But man, I'm so stoked. All right, stay tuned for the next one. We're gonna get this thing over and put a cam and a tune in this bitch. Oh, so stoked. Peace.